Okay, this is problem 1c, and this function that we're working with is the square root of x plus 40. Now, anytime you see a square root and we're doing these kinds of problems, chances are you're going to need to use the conjugate. All right, let's see what we can do. And so once we have this, we're going to find the derivative value at 4, and then we're going to write the equation of the tangent line. All right, so again, we're going to plug in that x plus h where we see that variable x. So right here, we have the radical x plus h plus the 40 minus the function. So minus the square root of x plus 40. When we simplify that, the 40 and that minus 40 go to 0. We're also left with the h. So here's what we have after we do that simplifying. The square root of x plus h minus square root of x. Let's zoom in on this a little bit more. All right, so at this point, we have these radicals. We're going to multiply by the conjugate. And if you remember the conjugate, it's the opposite sign. So since this is subtracting, this is adding and adding. And again, if we're going to multiply something, we have to multiply by 1, which is what this is over that. So we're multiplying the numerator and the denominator. Now, if you recall, when we multiply conjugates, the only thing that is left is the first and the last. So this would have an x plus h and a minus x. So when we do that, the x's go to 0. Now let's go back and talk about the denominator. We have this h and we have this expression from the conjugate. So all of that is in the denominator. Now after I did the x and the x minus h, if you recall, h over h is going to turn around and give us a 1 right there. So there was a couple of simplifying in one swoop. All right, we're left with the radical of x plus h plus the radical of x. This is the point where we can say that the h goes to the value 0. Our derivative is left with 1 over the square root of x plus the square root of x. If you recall combining like terms, that would give you 2 square root of x. So that is the derivative. And then if we want it at the value of 4, we plug that in for the x and we get 1/4, which is the slope of the tangent line at the x value of 4. So then to wrap it up, to write the equation of the tangent line, again, we're doing this at the x value of 4. We need to figure out that output. You're plugging this into the original function, and we get the point 442. We're going to use this to find our b value. We have our slope over here of 1/4. That goes where the y equals mx plus b. So we have here, and we have the 4 as our input, and the 42 as our output. When we simplify that, we get the b value is 41. So our tangent line is f of x is equal to our slope of 1/4 x plus 41. All right, that's 1c. See you next time.